Hi there. Yeah, as you can see from the thumbnail of the video, today I just wanted to do something more casual and I want to show you guys my new tier list after 2 weeks, 3 weeks of chapter 3B. Like that first tier list y'all saw in my original Your Turn to Die video. That thing's old. That thing's cracked. I've changed opinions on some. So I'll think of it as I go, but the plan is to go from top to bottom because I feel like it'll be easier to explain the people I like the most versus the controversial, in quotations, people that I dislike. Okay, you follow me? Alright, let's go. Okay, so the first person I want to add, the creme de la creme, the character at the very top, is my darling husband, bearer of all my children, and breadwinner of the family, the man, the legend, Keiji Shinogi, the friendly neighborhood policeman. What can I say about this man that hasn't already been said? In my opinion, he's very well developed, and he's kind of hot. But that's completely besides the point. Completely besides the point. In my opinion, Keiji is one of the better fleshed out characters, and I always like a right hand man. I always like a sidekick character, a second protag. In Three Houses, I love all the lords. And Danganronpa, I like Kirigiri, Chiaki, all those people. But we're not talking about Danganronpa, ew. We're not talking about Danganronpa, we're talking about Your Turn to Die. And yeah, I just really like Keiji. His role in the story is one of my favorites. And honestly, if it came down to him versus anyone else, I'd pick him in a heartbeat. Okay, so this is gonna be a long video, isn't it? I should probably when I get to the meh characters, I should just give a very, very, very quick thoughts on them, even if it's controversial meh picks. But besides the point, continuing, second character I want to add is surprisingly a character I didn't think I was gonna like. Her design was insanely cute, but in chapter 3A she was kind of there. But holy mother of development, I love you so much, I do anything for you. And it's the beautiful Mai Tsurugi, the baker girl, the actual breadwinner. Oh my god. Oh my god. She's so good. Jesus. She's probably the character that made me cry the most in this chapter, and I felt the worst for, considering everything that kind of happens. But I'm so glad that I reset it in the banquet, because we're gonna get to Hayasaka in a minute, but I'm so glad that Mai is the doll that lived in my banquet. And yeah, she's really good. Her development with Gyutaro, chef's kiss. Her development with all the other dolls, chef's kiss again. Her development with Sara, chef's bread. Yeah, so that's my thoughts on Mai. Okay, so final character I live and die for. See, we're already getting controversial, but that would have to go to absolutely the incredible muscle punk, as Gin, we'll get to Gin in a second, would put it, Naomichi Kuramada. Oh my god, another doll that just, I was already fond of Kuramada from the get-go because of his design. He's also kind of hot, but that's besides the point. Kuramada's fine in the Soul route, but in the Kana route, his interactions with Kana, oh my god. I love a story where they incorporate, a big, tough person getting along super well with the most fragile person in the group. I always find those sorts of dynamics super endearing. And yeah, that whole thing with him asking Reko to sing in the banquet was just before the banquet, was super adorable. And I just found out, this is spoilers for anyone who didn't notice or didn't know this, that he could actually die listening to the song if you took too long fighting Maple the first time. And that breaks my heart. I saw the CG and I was just oh fuck. I couldn't imagine a world where that would happen to me and I would be okay. So yeah, Kuramada, stan. My stan. Keiji, stan. Marry. Bear his children. Make him breakfast every morning. Yeah, I live and die for these 3 people. And now we're gonna go to, like, I probably cried once or twice for these folks. Okay, for these beautiful people, I'm gonna give a similar explanation, just probably keep it, like, slightly more brief, because this one has a lot. Like, Your Turn to Die has a really good cast, so a lot of them are pretty high on the list. So I'm just gonna start with, like, the person I probably cried once or twice or the most for, and you'll start to notice a change from my previous tier list, and that is Reko Yabusame. Like, the Reko Yabusame, the girl who calls So Hiyori beanie bitch, beanie sack of shit. I love this lady so much. Like, as you saw from my, like, blind playthrough of Chapter 3B, I picked Kana and Reko. Or initially I was gonna pick Kana Alice, but, like, my Discord friends convinced me to do Kana Reko, and I don't regret it. Like, I feel so bad for Reko. Not that I don't feel bad for Alice, you'll see in a minute, but, like, Reko I felt the worst for, because she was truly distraught over everything that, like, happened to her brother and everything, that she had to, like, kiss Midori ass in order to, like, finally reunite with him again, and, like, they reunite in this situation, which is horrible. But yeah, Reko is, like, a huge team mom player. Like, every relationship she has with the female cast is just absolutely wonderful, and, like, if there's an ending, it possibly in the future where just, like, Reko lives, like Reko and Sara live, I wouldn't mind it. Like, they deserve it. Reko deserves to live, alright? She's, like, one of the few characters that cannot die. That's why I'm, like, mentally blocking out Shinryu. Next, to no one's surprise, except probably my own, because I didn't think I was gonna like this boy so much. Especially in the soul route for some reason. But, like, it's Joe Tazuna. Like, yeah, I cried for Joe. Yeah, I admit it. Yeah, I like the gaudy guy. Yeah, yup. He's cool. I like him. Honestly, that scene with him and Sara alone with that stupid AI thing, the really good music, though. I highly recommend you listen to that music. But that whole scene, wow, won me over. Like, I'm a Joe stan. If it turns out later down the line that he's related to everything, honestly, I'm fine with it. He's a good guy. Deep down, I'm sure. He's adorable. I love the dog motif. He's kooky. He's goofy. And yeah, stan Joe. Moving on, it's not that I, like, started disliking this character. I just, like, I feel like I knew Reko more. But yeah, like, just saying that, you know, it's probably Alice. Yeah, it's Alice Yabusame. Alice is really, really, really fun. Like, honestly, if this was a tier list based on fun characters and not, like, my fondness for them, he'd probably be at the very top. Like, his whole quest to get the bongos is probably, like, the cutest thing in this game, next to, like, the Kana and Kuramada scenes. But yeah, like, he's really, really intriguing, very tragic too. Like, I hate everything that happened to him thanks to, like, fucking Midori, which we'll get to in, like, 5 minutes as opposed to, like, a minute with the other 2 people I mentioned. But yeah, I like this guy. Continuing on, we have the extremely adorable partner for Kuramada, Kana Kizuchi. Yeah, I don't know what happened. Like, if this was, like, chapter 1, chapter 2 tier list, like, Kana would be down at the nod and smile tier, which is, like, cursed as fuck. But anyways, like, Kana has really, really grown as a person in this chapter. Like, y'all, give her a chance. Kill Shin. Shin ain't shit. Like, I know the percentage rates are equal, but man can't fight to save his life. At the very best, he can, like, cut off power. But this isn't a Shin rant, so I was just like, hold my peace, save my peace for when we get to him. But yeah, like, Kana is someone, like, everyone should give a chance, because her development, like, oh my god, y'all saw that I was bawling when she mentioned that whole thing about seeing her family as, like, kind hallucinations. Like, she's so cute. Honestly, she deserves it. She deserves to be up here. Alright, next down the list is my ex-girlfriend, Pre-Mai, which is now Egokoro. Like, I really, really like Now. Like, I feel like Now suffers from what I like to call the Naomi syndrome, because both Now from this game and Naomi from Corpse Party just get fucking bullied by the universe itself. Like, they can never be happy. Like, Naomi loses her friend, like, what, 10 times and is stuck in an eternal loop. Meanwhile, like, oh, sorry, spoilers for Corpse Party, I guess. But, like, meanwhile, Now loses her professor, goes insane, gets the sacrifice for bullshit reasons, and then dies. Which, like, yeah, it sucks to be Now, but also the lesbian ending exists, so, like, we win? Question mark. Okay, this one. This one I don't really have that much of an explanation for. It just kind of happened. Q-Tar Burger Boy. He did a lot in this chapter. Like I said, his relationship with Mai is like chef's kiss. Like, I really, really like their dynamic, and that, like, boosted him up even more for me. But then the twist happened. And then, yeah, he became impossible to dislike, because he did one of the most heroic and selfless things in the entire game, which is, like, super ironic considering he has one of the most, like, selfish bad endings. But yeah, he redeemed himself. I'm Team Q-Taro. I'm not open for Q-Taro. Don't listen to the comments of my last video. This one is gonna be odd. This one's gonna make people go like, what the fuck? But another character I cried once or twice for is our girl. Like, it's your girl, Sara Chidouin. Like, I can't really talk that much about Sara, because a lot of it is just, like, theorizing at that rate. But, like, Sarah's mental struggle feels real. Like, it feels fucking real. That pain she goes through after losing her best friend and the trauma, like, you can feel it with you. Like, you can understand what she's going through. And in the Kana route, that whole realization moment she has, thanks to the nice Joe AI, where she, like, awakens from all her hallucinations, that's, like, a huge moment for her, and I'm, like, so proud of her. But I don't know if I told you guys this, but this was the last character on this tier, so now I'm gonna move down, and I'm probably gonna be a lot more brief with these people, so, like, put y'all seatbelts on. Okay, so now we're moving on to the I like them tier, which is, like, the A- or B tier. I'm just gonna go, like, super brief with these, because while I do like these characters, I'm probably at best gonna give you, like, 2 reasons why I like them, and that's mainly, like, design and, like, plot relevance. So here we go. Like, first up is Kai. Kai is cool. Like, I like Kai. His whole thing with being involved with the kidnappers and actually turning out to be a good guy is very interesting. Plus, like, he has, like, one of the best sprites in the whole game. Like, I absolutely love this face. Up next, we have Mishima. I like Mishima. Why am I saying it like that? Mishima's fine. Your turn to shine. Like, us playing as Mishima was really fun. I really liked all his flashbacks with Now. The stupid Mishima AI thing was dumb. I didn't like that, but everything else was great. Plus, like, his design looks like Nagito if he was old and, like, crunk as fuck. So I love it. Up next is a wild one, which will definitely spark a discussion, but I can't help liking this person for some reason. Like, am I weird? It's freaking Tears Are Falling. Like, Tears Are Falling. What can I say that doesn't sound like strange? Yes, I know the stupid machine ending exists, and it's, like, weird as fuck. I don't like it. But, like, I don't know what her deal is yet. Like, I don't understand her true motives, but she really has helped out the players. Even though, like, I know that's, like, a floor master's job to protect the players, to make sure they don't die before the main game. Like, she's been kind of nice and helpful, especially with, like, the whole ranger chip thing, and her actually lending us a hand to make sure, like, one person can survive the banquet. Like, I'm thankful for her for that. Plus, like, she low-key has my favorite design of any of the floor masters. Like, all TL shade. Here we go. Shin. Okay, Shin. Shin grew on me. Alright, I admit it. Shin is fine. I shouldn't have disregarded him. Shin is cool. His route sucks ass, though. Like, Shin, as a person, I truly understand how he feels and how he operates. But at the same time, like, your route kind of sucks. So, like, I'd rather you stay down. But as a character, I realize that he's kind of harmless on his own. Like, even now, after, like, the events of the Soul Route, even if it's just, like, 4 people left and he can, like, out-hack us with technology, I feel like we can all easily just, like, push him down, steal his lunch money, and we win as a pair. Okay, next up is Maple. Maple easily, like, the most noteworthy of the obstructors because she's the only one that got character, and it was a fairly good character. Like, while I'm mad at her for, like, attacking my best girl and my boyfriend in front of my husband, I am still, like, on good terms with her because that whole thing when you're playing as KG and you, like, talk to Maple and, like, get to hear her side of things, she's a poor soul. Like, I do feel bad for Maple. Plus, like, her design is super good, and I actually enjoyed her first boss fight, not the second one. The second one is way too specific, and it's not really clear on what you have to do exactly to win. But the first one was super fun, and yeah, as a character, she's okay. Next up is a weird one. It's Hinako. Well, I was initially mad at her for, like, the whole banquet being a traitor thing.
Not this.
Honestly, out of, like, all the dolls, I really like that she's, like, the one with the no-nonsense attitude, and her being, like, partner with KG made it all the more perfect. Like, they just clashed. Like, KG's not giving a fuck about anything, plus Hinako's, like, super sternness just made for quite the interesting pair. But Hinako on her own is pretty cool. Like, I really do like that she was, like, the smartest of the dolls because she definitely had, like, the most important information about, like, that thing you used to say, Rap Maru. We'll get to Ramaru in a minute, okay? But yeah, like, she's the smartest in my opinion, and I'm really sad she got the cannon chop. Up next for the memes, listen up memers, it's the friendly neighborhood policeman. And hey, I don't know why I like this guy so much. It's probably because he's, like, a red-haired Joe, and, like, he became, like, one of the most, like, well-known memes on my video. Like, I like that I'm being haunted by Sylvain became an iconic quote. Maybe once, like, I blow up, I should make that into, like, merch or something. But yeah, I really, really like his charismatic attitude, and I like that he's part of KG's backstory, regardless of how tragic it actually is. Anzu. Okay. I know, like, she logically, spiritually, and wholeheartedly deserves to be in the okay tier because she legit doesn't do anything of note or relevance in the story, and she canonically dies, so, like, meh. But I just can't help but like her. Like, Anzu is endearing. It's probably because of her dynamic with Kuramada. Like, let's be honest, her and Kuramada's interactions are really, really fun, and I really like that the two of them are, like, on good terms as dolls. But I also just really like her design overall. Like, she definitely has, like, one of the top tier designs for the dolls. I like the clown thing. I like this sprite, actually. The one when she's, like, covering her face. Like, it's super adorable. And yeah, Anzu's fine. I like her. Alright, the last character I'm gonna put in the I like them tier is gonna, like, cause a stir, because you guys are gonna see that some characters are missing from this list, and they're gonna be in low tier, and it's gonna, like, make some people react a certain way. But regardless, like, I'll save my peace. The last character I'm gonna put in this list is a wild card too. It's actually Rio Ranger. Like, I don't know why I like Rio Ranger so much. It's probably the attitude. Like, no other doll clashes with the players as much as Rio Ranger does. And I just really love, like, I don't like the whole, like, wearing dead clothing thing, but I do like the whole, like, using paper mask to emote thing. Like, I know there's a beta character that was used in, like, the Japanese demo for 3A that does something similar, but Ranger doing it, like, I think it's really fun. Plus, I really like Ranger's hair design and hair color. Like, it's so nice. Okay, now we're in the the meh territory, and I'm only gonna elaborate on this first one because I feel like it's probably the most controversial character on this list. I know I'm gonna get murdered when I reveal this character, but it's Gin. I'm putting Gin on here. Like, I'm just gonna be honest, bottom of my heart, I never clicked with Gin. Like, never, ever, ever, ever. Like, I always saw him as a weak link in the game. Like, I was playing it smart. Like, yeah, Gin grew on me this chapter, like, somewhat, but that means he just went from nod and smile to okay. Like, Gin is fine. But personally, from the final 5 that are going into chapter 3 part 2, if I had to pick someone to die, Gin, for sure. And right next to Catboy, we're putting his little friend, Suit and Specs. I don't have any problems with Hayasaka, but he's definitely, like, the least interesting of all the dolls to me. And it, like, kind of hurts that he's one of, like, the surviving dolls from the banquet. I mean, I guess I understand, like, they want to give Gin, they want to make sure Gin still has someone to lean on, since, you know, Kitara's gone, and Mishima's gone too. But I don't know, like, to all the people that have Hayasaka alive in their banquet and they didn't even like him, my heart goes out to you guys. Like, if only your RNG was in a better place. Up next, wild card. No one's gonna see this one coming. I don't know why. Like, this person shouldn't even be on the list, but I like Kugi. Question mark. Like, it's mostly her design. Like, in that flashback with Kana and Kugi, she looks so adorable. Like, and she does seem like she's a really, really good person deep down. Like, yeah, I know she, like, treated Kana badly when they were younger, but she does look like she warmed up to Kana, and that's really, really heartwarming to see. Plus, she was part of that super emotional scene with Kana that made me cry, so she gets bonus points. Last person I'm adding to this tier is Sue Miley. Sue Miley's fun. Like, she was a great introduction to the Floor Masters. Okay, and with that, we're done, y'all. Now we're going to Nod and Smile tier. Woo! Okay, for context, Nod and Smile used to be, like, my bottom tier, but then something happened, so now I'm just gonna reserve people that I get their purpose, but I just don't care about them. I mean, first up is Midori. Like, Midori, he's evil. Yeah, we all saw it. But honestly, he's not very likable as a floor master. Like, hell, even Miley is more likable because she's got charisma. Midori's just evil and cocky. I don't like him. These 3, it's not even because I'm in a hurry. I'm just gonna knock them down in rapid succession because they all equally suck. Gashu, Dill, oh my god. Anyways, well, the last one, I feel like I do have to explain somewhat why they are so close to the electric chair tier, but it's Megumi. How do I say this? I don't like the whole corruption thing. Like, it's really not for me. Like, she's cute. Like, she's definitely a very beautiful, but I just don't like her whole being a corrupt cop thing. It's not for me. We're finally at the end. The electric chair tier. And looking at who I have left, I mean, there's only so much I can put on this list. So, let's just, address the elephant in the room. Rap Maru. Rap fucking Maru. Okay, here's the thing. In my opinion, he's bad. He's garbage. Look, I really need a filter. Hold on. Here's the thing. He's bad in the Shin route. He's absolutely irredeemable on that route for me. But then in the Kana route, he doesn't really do anything for me to be like, okay, I'll forgive you. He just goes from being evil and relevant in the Shin route to just being okay and irrelevant in the Sara route. And not in the Sara, the Kana route. But it just sucks that he canonically dies in both routes, so you can't really delve into his character any further. So yeah, to me, Rap Maru is just a character that killed someone I like in another route, and then doesn't do anything and dies in another. So there's no winning. Either I'm pissed off at him, or I'm just shrugging him off. So yeah, that's all I really have to say on Rap Maru. Having a yandere in this sort of game is cool. It's interesting. But yeah. Whew. Oh my god, and with that, we're done. So, what did we learn today, children? That Keiji is amazing. Mai is amazing. Kuramata is amazing. Gin is okay. I'll never get on that hype train. Reko is Team Mom. Tia's a fallen best floor master. I'm still being haunted by Sylvain. And Rap Maru is a piece of poop. Alright, thank you so much for watching. Bye.
Ay, no, eso sí jamás.